I don't know whether it sounds right, I'm listening. It's midnight.
What? You're leaving today, right?
It's midnight. The 11th of November.
Haagen-Dazs flavours in temptingly delicious little mini cups. It's time to get
There we go.
We're ready
Sorry.
for the offers. Like this ultra-slim 42-inch Toshiba TV down to a tiny 379.
Full HD backlit LEDs.
Perfect for all that Christmas
Hello, I'm Paul Nolan and I live in Alnwick in Northumberland. And last year, or when they did the World in a Day, unfortunately I missed that one, so I was unable to send anything on. But I'd made plans for today to be with my daughters who live in Amble, which is 5 miles away, to see them and to video our day together and everything. But unfortunately that has been kiboshed. They're the ones that have got the mobile video camera. This video camera is stationary, works off the mains, and I can't take it anywhere. So my day for today, which was, well I'd planned it, has not come to pass. So there's not much that I'm going to be up to today. As I suffer from chronic fatigue, so I'm awake quite a lot at this time of the night, which is, let's see, hang on, 12:09 on Saturday the 12th of November. My daughter today is going out and she's selling poppies for the cadets, and their grandfather's coming up today. So today was a perfect day for events, but that's been kiboshed. So it's just a case of me explaining what I've done today, which probably won't be very much, which means that, you know, I was expecting to get something on there, but we'll see how the rest of the day goes on. I've got to go online now and check how to upload this once I've finished filming everything, and I'll get back to you later on today about my day. So, catch you in a bit.
Feel
This tends
the
to be
weight
my
of
sort of daytime.
the job I was doing. You know.
Time now is
Then it was just like
2:51.
something snapped inside, and I thought I
This
can't do
is my
this anymore.
daylight, invariably, because
When I
chronic
left
fatigue, depression.
my military service, I was told.
So,
that
as
my
you can
iron
imagine,
and medical
you don't
work
get to see that
could
many
be really
people
before you kill
because
yourself.
you're awake at this hour of the day.
So
And
what can you get?
you know, I end up watching things
So
like
that's
this. You
somebody
get some
who's
interesting stuff on
That
the TV.
sentence rang in my
You know,
ears for the
like
next
this one
19
for
years.
a culture show special. For
After leaving the army, Steve suffered from severe depression.
about art
He
depression,
was prescribed medication.
about art
But it
therapy,
was after
which is
starting
what I
a
want to
fine
do,
arts
but I
degree
can't afford it.
He found those feelings
Um,
starting to dissipate.
And it's about time they've been doing this
Art
sort of
has
stuff,
enabled me to cope
because for
and
ages,
to
because
learn and to
I
move
volunteered for
on
the
and
Samaritans
to
as
continue
well,
moving on.
and for ages
It's been
we used to get a lot of
absolutely the
calls
only
from
way I
ex-servicemen
could
with these
achieve
problems,
closure. I wouldn't have been able to
and
achieve it by thinking
it's about
about
time
it,
that
because
things are being done.
by thinking about
So,
it, you've just been
and I
around
know
the
from a
problem.
personal point of
Art
view,
has enabled
and
unconscious
unfortunately at the
activity to come
moment
out onto a
I can't do
canvas,
the
and
Samaritans
then
because
to be able to look back
of the
and
chronic
say,
fatigue, because I'm
that's how
awake at
it
this hour
was,
of the day.
not
I'm
how
not
it
getting
is now.
getting enough time because I'm without a car at the moment, and it
I
takes
feel
up
as though
to,
I'm in a lot better place now.
what is it, 3 hours,
and a place where I can
3 to
possibly
4
help
hours to
others.
travel there by bus because it's a rural area,
Convinced that creativity
So-
has helped him deal
and
with
it costs a
traumas,
fortune.
Steve's made a
So at the
decision.
moment I'm on a leave of
He's
absence,
coming back
and
to
I'm
the
missing
country
it,
he
but at
once
the same
served,
time
but fled from.
I want to get
I've enrolled
wanna
at
get back to it.
Goldsmiths. I'm
So
doing the
basically
MA
my
Arts
day
Psychotherapist,
is
so you can work
living in a
with
light like this.
people, you know,
Occasionally I
using
get
art therapy.
periods when I wake up
You know, I see that as a
and
kind
as
of
I
like
said,
a
I've got
purpose in
tomorrow
mind.
planned to go and see
I've
my
got to use
daughters,
this to enable
and,
other people to see the journey.
see them and video
move on
them,
as well.
and as I said, the grandpa was coming up, but they're not enthused about it, and they're busy. My daughter's saving a video because the grandpa wants to video things because she's doing the poppy selling poppies tomorrow.
Seems to be going on, but there's
Cadets.
surprisingly little
And,
scientific
doing
research into what's
Sunday,
actually
which
going
I'll
on
be
in the
going across
brain.
for, but
So I've
it
come to
won't
Chicago
be
to meet one of the
ready for
few
this.
guys in the world who can shed some light
So
on what the potential
basically
neurological
that day's
impact
been
might
thrown
be.
out. I've been awake since
As director
half
of
eight.
clinical neuroscience
7:30
at one of
yesterday.
America's largest veterans hospitals,
And that's
Dr. Lucas
sort of
Knopke
time when I
worked
wake up.
extensively with
And then
Vietnam
I'll be awake
vets
for
suffering
God
with
knows how long.
PTSD.
And invariably I'll
He's
end up
also one
watching
of
the
the
telly,
few
or
neurologists
just
in the
sit
world
or
to have done
messing about on the
scientific
computer,
research into the effects of art therapy
drawing
and
and
its
painting.
impact on the brain.
I'll explain a
It's been
bit more
very
about that.
obvious with some of the
But my
preliminary
day
studies
was
that
hoping for something
PTSD has
exciting.
biological underpinnings
Was,
that
I
impact the brain
suppose in a
function.
way this
But these
is
cross-sections of the
showing
brain
you
show what actually happens when someone experiences
basically what
trauma.
my life's like at the
Sure,
moment.
so
It's
the
shutting.
structure that is of great
My baby
importance to
shots
us
come back
is
again.
this structure right here, which is
And,
referred to as hippocampus.
That's it.
And hippocampus is involved in memory
And like the
consolidation.
soldiers on this
If there is
program,
chronic
I've
stress,
got mine
the
starting
volume of hippocampus
post-traumatic stress
actually
disorder.
decreases. This is what you would expect to
So,
see in
there
persons
we
who
go.
suffer from
I'm an
PTSD.
artist.
Now, with
And I'll show you
decrease in
some of that in a
hippocampal
bit.
volume, of course,
At the moment I'm tired and I want to finish
one's
the cup of tea.
functioning is also
And
decreased because
finish this
hippocampus
program.
is
But I'll be
involved
back.
in modulation of memories.
Just look after these guys. And now, I'm going to look after myself.
Does that strike a chord with others?
Yes, Mother, I see it.
Thank you so much. Through the imagery, they give me, a sense of what it might be like. But I don't think anybody could understand unless they've been there. That's why they so respect being with each other, because they know that the other person understands.
It was very much when
So what
Jan
I'm
said
looking for
about
a bit of
the wound,
understanding.
straight away I sort of felt a real sort of tightening in the chest. And that sort of the straps being pulled tightening, sort of a pain, and then you don't know whether you want to tear the straps off or whether you want to hold on to it and keep it deep inside because it's yours. You don't want anyone else to know.
I'm trying to rip it off, but it's protective.
Yeah, people will
Try and keep it. Get it out. Can't.
I had two failed marriages, endless failed relationships, and it was getting worse and worse. And in the end, I was at a state, I tried to commit suicide.
Been there.
All them people that see us big, rough, tufty ex-soldiers and think, look at that fat bugger, wasting away our pension. He's not wasting away, he's fighting like hell to survive.
Yeah, it's things like that bring it home.
It's not a mainstream form of therapy, certainly at the moment. And I guess some people will be sceptical, but you don't look like the sort of bunch of people that are easily taken for a ride.
Yeah.
You would definitively say there's something in this.
Absolutely.
I feel the art therapy almost connects to a part of the brain that other therapies don't
It
touch.
just shoves
Yes,
things out.
yes.
They're all
Yeah.
nodding at once.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the primary one. This one gets things
This
is
the one that opens the doors.
that's right, very quickly.
Yeah.
Pulls things out so fast and deep that, I think
That's
it's
what
much
I want to do
powerful
art
than
therapy.
therapies I've tried.
And it's
Having
my
seen an art therapy
technique.
session, I'm just really blown away by how powerful the art therapy could be as an instrument to unlock some pretty deep and hidden emotions.
And they don't use it enough.
And also, I'm really struck by just how much people's lives are still so impacted by conflicts which have happened, in some cases, decades ago, and they're still carrying that suffering around them every day. So
Things still stay from day to day.
it's just been a really eye-opening
It's
experience.
there like a ghost.
Combat stress has seen its caseload go up 70% in the past 5 years and now helps 4,500 vets a year.
Oh, I'm going to turn it
There's a
off.
massive waiting list.
That's the problem.
One thing
You
which
have
has
to
come
wait
to light
too
whilst
long for
filming
everything.
and really gives food for thought is the Defence Review, which is going to see troops over the next 10 years demobilised, many of whom
It's
will have
taken me
seen
2 years.
frontline action in Iraq and
actually get some
Afghanistan,
help.
inevitably been exposed to trauma.
with the chronic fatigue.
And with combat stress already
They keep
pricking
going,
and
it's
strained
not
with
chronic
waiting
fatigue
lists.
because it got to
I
depression.
just wonder whether
And
we're
yet,
going to be
I
able
know,
to provide the level of help
my
and support
consultant
that a lot of these people are going
psychiatrist
to need.
knows, my doctor knows.
It's something which some
It's
people
not.
close to the armed forces are
Yet
naturally
the chronic
concerned
fatigue
about.
service says
As a result of
it's
the
not the depression.
post
They say
9/11 wars,
because of the
there is a
depression,
huge
they don't got
consequence.
the chronic fatigue.
You've got people who've had their
But
limbs blown
this
off.
is
We've had people
different,
who've been
and
blinded.
nobody's listening.
We've had people
Only
who
now,
have brain injuries.
and I'll
But
explain in the
by
next
far the
what's
biggest
happening.
problem we will have is
Yeah,
the
we're doing
interest
it.
of some of the work we've done.
The picture of the men's art and the art therapy.
Yes.
What do you really create a balance? How do you foresee both sides?
I think something like this is a long time coming, really.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So ex-SAS Sergeant turned artist Steve's on board and back in the UK, here to train as an art therapist.
So we've met the guys at Combat Stress and we think it could be a good idea to try and bring the work together in an exhibition.
I'd be delighted to show alongside those guys because we never talk about the consequences, do we? Never.
What makes you
We never talk about the payback at all for people, for soldiers.
What do you like or dislike about the UK? What are your vices?
This is the space we found for the exhibition. It's a really nice area in central London. All the guys we've met along the way have agreed to do special pieces of artwork for us. Just hope that the exhibition is something we're going to pull off which will make them proud and do them justice.
Things seem to be coming together for the big night.
Ends in G, not K.
Steve Pratt's been measuring up the gallery,
Is this the same?
Yeah,
It was the same, so...
very promising second.
and he's met with Jan at Combat Stress to select some work to display.
What you have to do once you've recorded your footage is to upload it onto YouTube via the Britain in a Day website. Then
Our
we can
guys have
create
been
this
hard at
wonderful
it.
patchwork of our nations that reflects
I'm glad
everything
I achieved it,
about
but
us
I
and what
don't
it
think I'm
means
going
to
to do
be
this again in
British
a hurry.
and what we're going through in our
Because it
lives
takes you
today.
to a
We're going to
very
be in
dark
this
place where you
edit
don't want to go.
cutting away for several months and
Well,
hopefully
that
producing
evening at home
something
belonged
that's
to me.
really quite special with your footage.
So it was nice to start getting back into something.
It's been a painful exercise to work this up, but extremely valuable. I just feel like it really is helping me.
Yeah, sometimes I have a few tears when I'm doing it. I have a good paint in that. Yeah, okay, some weird stuff comes out, but it's all good. Really. It's all helpful.
Hopefully we can get a lot more people who can understand because there's going to be a hell of a lot of lads coming back from Africa who are going to need help. A hell of a lot.
Steve Pratt's also creating a challenging new work.
Stand still when I'm talking to you!
It incorporates past memories. He's using some interesting techniques.
I start from the point of view of traumatic destruction and then some kind of rebuilding. That destruction, it is also a creation and it does enable me to move on.
We decided to call the exhibition Invisible Wounds. The work on display features art made during therapy sessions, especially creative pieces by our guys,
Seen as early art.
artwork that we brought back from America, and a series by Steve Pratt.
In Iraq, there is broken bones, dead bodies, nasty people, and snails. Yeah. And it's not a very nice place to
Yeah,
stay
it looks really good with the light on it, yeah.
because you could get killed very easily.
I think, as
how a lot of us feel a lot of the time. So
We remember with thanksgiving at God's throne of grace